I could not vote for a judge who had demonstrated hostility to Roe v. Wade because it would indicate a lack of respect for precedent. What Judge Kavanaugh told me, and he's the first Supreme Court nominee that I've interviewed out of 6 who has told me this, is that he views precedent not just as a legal doctrine, but as rooted in our Constitution. And he reveres our Constitution. I asked him, is it sufficient if 5 current sitting justices believe that Roe should be overturned? And he said no.
And that was Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine nearly 4 years ago explaining her decision to confirm Justice Kavanaugh to the U.S. Supreme Court. Collins said she supported a woman's right to choose abortion and was confident, she was fully confident, that Justice Kavanaugh, despite whatever personal opinion he had about abortion, would never tear down precedent. Oops. According to Politico, there are now 5 justices who will vote this spring to reverse Roe v. Wade, the landmark ruling nearly 50 years ago which legalized a woman's right to choose. Susan Collins has now issued a statement saying if this leaked opinion is the final decision and this reporting is accurate, it would be completely inconsistent with what Justice Gorsuch and Justice Kavanaugh said in their hearings and in our meetings in my office. In other words, Susan Collins was a fool, and the only person who didn't know she was a fool was Susan Collins. She trusted Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh and their word. She trusted that to protect women's health? Really? If this opinion holds to drop Roe v. Wade, it'll be the culmination of 50 years of conservative organizing and activism to try to get rid of this case. And conservatives will not just have the foolish senators like Susan Collins who claim they support abortion rights but got fooled. It will not just be those senators that conservatives can thank. They will, of course, be thankful to George W. Bush. He was the one who got Samuel Alito nominated and confirmed on the U.S. Supreme Court. It appears that Alito is going to write the majority opinion. Mitch McConnell was able to block Barack Obama from filling a Supreme Court vacancy at the end of his term and pushing it off to Donald Trump's term. And Donald Trump got 3 conservative justices on the Supreme Court. Each of them appears willing to be part of the 5 in the majority who will make this ruling. There's also some gratitude that conservatives should have for the quirks of the Electoral College system, because in their first run for the White House, George W. Bush and Donald Trump, they both lost the popular vote, but they won the Electoral College and therefore went into the White House. And instead of governing as if they had lost the popular vote, they governed as conservatives. And they picked conservative justices who reflected the minority views in the United States, not the majority. So what does all of this mean? Well, again, assuming this opinion holds, you're going to see millions and millions of women, mostly in Republican states across the South, who in the next several months, perhaps by the end of the year, are going to be denied the opportunity to get reproductive health services like abortion. And that's because Republican legislatures, Republican governors already have their laws ready to go. They will get them passed, and you'll see a patchwork. You'll have many Republican southern states where abortion is outlawed, then you'll have Democratic states where abortion has been affirmed and the rights have been affirmed. But again, you're going to have the stark divide across the United States. And then there's the political outcome, and this is going to be huge. The 2022 midterms are going to change. This is going to become the burning issue. Every politician running for office is going to have to answer the question, do you support a woman's right to choose or not? All of the other issues, the economy, everything else, I think is going to fall. This should energize and change the dynamics for Democrats heading into the fall. There's one problem, though, that Democrats will have, and that is political payback. They will not be able to get political payback on all moderate Democrats and moderate Republicans who trusted Justices Gorsuch and Kavanaugh. Susan Collins, for example, the Republican senator from Maine who says that she's pro-choice and trusted Justice Kavanaugh and Justice Gorsuch. Well, unfortunately, Collins is not up for re-election until 2026. She's in her 5th term. It'll be another 4 years until the voters get to weigh in on her. Too bad. I'm David Shuster. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for watching.